All right. So I get this question a lot. What is sour mash? How do I make sour mash? So first off, sour mash is, say you run. Your first run is considered sweet liquor. It's sweet, has a sweet flavor to it. After that little aftertaste, it's a little sweet. Sour mash is basically like free liquor, but it don't taste sweet. It tastes a little bit sour, a little bit drier. There's no sugar involved with the liquor whatsoever. So I'm going to show you how to make that. I'm not going to run it, but I'm going to explain it. So I already did a run of sweet liquor, right? Stripped all the alcohol out of that run. So with what's left in here, this stuff here, stuff that you normally throw out, well, some people throw out. I would never throw it out. If you're doing grain, you sour mashing. So you take this, right? And let me show you. You got your mash. You took your liquid off the top of your mash, but you still got grain in the bottom. You still got all your grain. So you take that backset, put it back in your barrel with your grain. And there's two ways to do this. Like while that's hot, in a separate barrel, you could put all your sugar. You could dump that hot liquid in there and melt your sugar. Well, I did this run yesterday. And a lot of times after I get done running liquor, I'm done for the day. I'll come back the next day. It'll be cooled down. I'll just put my backset and my sugar in my mash barrel with my grain, stir it up real good, walk away for a couple weeks, come back, it's ready to run again. Free liquor. I mean, you got to buy sugar, but what's the point of wasting it? You paid for that grain, did all that work to that grain, and if you don't like the flavor of sour mash, then just strip it. At least get the liquor. I mean, there's liquor to be had there. You know what I'm saying? You could run that up to 9 times. You could do this like 9 times. Back to back to back to back. Sour mash. First run, save that sweet liquor. Do something great with it, But I've had sour mashes that were absolutely amazing. Like, I'll put them in a barrel before. I've had people hand me sour mash that's off the hook. But it just depends what you like. But even if you don't like sour mash, you could use the liquor for something else. Like you could run it and then take all that alcohol and then rerun it, strip the flavor out of it, and use it for making apple pie and stuff. But I mean, I like it. I drink the shit out of some sour mash. And I'll make some whiskey out of sour mash. It's fantastic. But to each their own. I'm just saying, it's pretty much free liquor. All you got to do is buy sugar. You ain't got to do much work. Dump your sugar in a barrel. I'll show you. There's my grain. It's got a little liquid left in it. I could probably suck some liquid out of there. But I don't give a shit about that. I've now got 2 runs out of this barrel. I'm ready to sour mash it. So I'm going to dump my sugar in here. This is a 65-gallon barrel. I'll show you. Oh, shit. It's going to be messy sometimes. So I need to make me a little hose to reach from there to there, because I ain't dragging that full. Once that sumbitch is full, that thing weighs 400 pounds. before we put anything else in here, let's put our sugar in here and stir it up. 25 pounds. £50. I'm using a pond pump. I'm just gonna put all this backset in there. Use a pond pump because I'm a weak old man. So the amount of backset you use, that's up to you. Either way, you're gonna get sour. Some people use every bit of their backset and add water to fill up the bin. Some people use half their backset or a quarter or a third. I'm using all the backset that I have, but that's a double run. And I tossed the backset from the first run. So I got about, say that's about 15 gallons of backset there, maybe less, maybe 13. I'm gonna fill the rest up full of water. It's still gonna be sour mash, but it's all up to you. And so far I used 50 pounds of sugar. I'm definitely gonna need more, but I'm gonna wait until I got about full water to add the rest of the sugar, so I can get my sugar at exactly where I want it to be. I'll add it up full water. I'll show you. But yeah, man, I get this question a lot, and I show it in a lot of videos, but it's towards the end of the video. But that's all you do. It's just like making a regular mash, except for you ain't really got to get new grain. You ain't got to cook it, and the flavor's going to be totally different. And, you know, a lot of you might like sour mash and not know it. Like a lot of these cheap whiskeys are made from sour mash. Pretty sure Jack Daniels and Jim Beam are both made from sour mash. You know, they save that sweet liquor for their expensive shit. You know, that shit that's single barrel aged for, you know, so many years. But this is how they make most of their cheap whiskey and bourbon. Sour mash, I guess you could call sour mash bourbon, or is it? I don't know the fucking rules. I just make shit. I've had some good shit, like Old Elk, man. They make a sour mash aged on wood. That's like $80 a bottle, but it is fucking good. It's real easy to do, and you could do it up to like 9 generations. So don't sleep on it. And you know, it's like free liquor. All you gotta do is buy sugar, put some backset back in there, and some water, and you don't even have to re-yeast it. Like the yeast that's in there, still enough. I don't have to add no yeast to this whatsoever. I figured I'd make a video because I get a question. You know, I get that question a lot. But let's see. I'll show you. Now I just fill it the rest of the way full of water. Then we'll check our sugar. Got my water added. Stirred it up again. So let's see how much more sugar we got to add. Now I'm pretty good at guessing at this. I know I got to add some more. So let's say there's 50 gallons. In order to get 1080, you're going to need 100 pounds of sugar. But there was still some mash left over in this. So I just want to be precise. So to do that, we're about 1040. Let's add another bag of sugar and see where we're at. So I just broke my hydrometer. I had to go get another one out of the building. I was squeezing it so tight that it just popped. and exploded. I was stirring with it, and I was squeezing it right here, and I squeezed it too hard. So don't do that. However, there's nothing in here that's toxic that's going to hurt your mash, and there's nothing that's going to carry over in distillation. There's glass in this barrel now, but I'm going to suck it out with a pond pump that has a filter on it. It's fine. Even if it makes it into my pot, glass don't distill. It's a solid. You know what I mean? The only thing that distills is gas. So let's check it now. So I added one more bag of sugar and it got me to 1070. For some reason it didn't record, so I'm just throwing this in there to finish the video. But you know, sour mash is awesome. I put a lid on that. 2 weeks from now, maybe even sooner, it'll be ready to run. And the liquor will be great. So you figure I use 75 pounds of sugar to make that mash. I'm going to get probably about 5 gallons of drinkable liquor. That's 2 20-gallon runs and a 10-gallon run that I could get. I'm probably only going to do 2 20-gallon runs unless I'm fooling around with a smaller still, which I do sometimes. Or sometimes I'll make like a barrel and I'll take the 10 gallons of mash out of that and blend it with other stuff and just make a big barrel full of all sorts of liquor, which sometimes that turns out great. And you got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You never know what you're going to get. It's like rolling the dice. But $60 for 75 gallons of sugar, you're going to get at least 4 gallons of drinkable liquor and 4 gallons of tails. That's 4 gallons and more potential liquor because you're going to rerun that tails. It ain't going to be completely 4 gallons after you rerun it, but you save your tails up and you do a tails run. That's awesome. I love sour mash. If you don't want to do it, don't do it, but this is how you do it. It's that simple. You could, you know, like I said, you could dump your sugar in and dump your hot liquid right when your still's, you know, finished, and you can melt your sugar, or you could do it like that. I've never had one stall. People they're always, you know, this happened and that happened. I've never had one stall, and I will throw my sugar in there cold. Just stir the shit out of it. That's all I do. I stir it up. Now, if that was nothing but a sugar shine, it would stall out. But all that grain in there, it's a damn planet. You know what I mean? It's got so many little living organisms in there. Just that yeast is just tearing that shit up. And it's good liquor. So thanks for watching. See y'all later.